Okay, here we go. I have a tendency to go on a bit, so I'm going to keep things brief here. I'll just press start and I'll talk as I go along. So select a state. Well, I can't move down, so we'll just go with new account. Now, I'm playing the Japanese version of the game. I used a patch to translate it into English. I'll link that in the description below. But because of that, the controls are a little bit strange. I've got circles to accept things, and generally that's sort of the Japanese layout in these old games. Anyway, I might be a little bit... Might take me a while to get used to it, is the point here. There we go. How do I get a capital? There we go. Yes, no. Okay, yes. Another thing is that I've been coming off of having a cold, so my voice is probably a little bit off. It's also been a long time since I've recorded one of these playthroughs, so it might take me a while to get back into the hang of it. And we'll go with hard, obviously. Check the settings. Okay. I mean, it sounds about right to me. It's stereo. We'll just leave that. And that. And I guess we will save my account. There we go. Genuine PlayStation 1, by the way. Totally not an emulator, not DockStation or anything so crazy as that. Here we have to press start. We're not allowed to do circle here for some reason. And with that, it looks like we can go.
未明、ゼネラルグループの飛行部隊が緊張の続くメリトン地域上空で軍事演習を行いました。これは先にニューコムが発表したサンドバリー砂漠で行われるバイオプラントでの公開実験への牽制が目的とみられており、この行動に対しユーピオのクラークソン代表が今日正式にゼネラルリソースへの移管。
Power for Life, Newcom.
I love that. Not a declaration of war, a declaration of discontent towards them.
皆様の生活を支えるゼネラルグループ。時代の流れを皆様と共に歩みたいゼネラルグループ。未来の環境を皆様と考え作り出すゼネラルグループ。今日も誰かと、明日はきっとあなたと。
この美しい戦闘機で無限の大空へ自由に飛び続ける姿をご覧ください。誰もが憧れる世界の治安を守るユーピオのエースパイロット。しかしこのパイロットが背負った運命を知るとき、私たちは言葉を失うでしょう。パイロットの名は広瀬玲奈。彼女は生まれた時からシルバーストーン病に侵され、日の光の下では生きられないのです。しかし今の彼女には翼があります。ゼネラルリソースの開発した最新の技術によって新しい時代の新しい科学、特にエレクトロスフィアによる世界で目覚ましい成果を上げたゼネラルリソースの研究者グループがニューコムの母体となったのはよく知られていることです。そして彼らが宇宙開発への着手を発表した2032年から 事実上ゼネラルリソースの緊張状態が続いているのです。すでにエレクトロニクス、バイオテクノロジー、ナノテクノロジー、あらゆる科学分野でもニューコムの科学者たちはゼネラルリソースのそれを超えているとも噂され、長年にわたってその経済力で巨大な権力を誇示してきたゼネラルの時代が。
ええ、はい。お休みの日ですか？公園で散歩はできないんで、本を読んだり映画を見たり普通ですよ、全然。
What are your dreams?
今こうしてパイロットになっていることがもう夢みたいな話ですから。ただ最近思うのは、体なんて人間にとって心の入れ物でしかないのなら、私には意味のないものだなって、いつも心で飛んでるんです。体には翼がないけど、心の翼が私に空をくれたから、このまま心ごと翼になってしまいたいって。
あ、いないのか。じゃあいいけど、あれだ。お前がどういうつもりか知らないけど、ユーピオで飛行機乗りでいたいんならパーク司令には逆らうなって。ま、クラークソン派の連中の言ってる平和的な解決ってやり方でこの世界が守れるんなら、最初からゼネラルにユーピオなんていらないんだし、どっちにしてもただの飛行機乗りには関係ないことだな。じゃあ次の任務で。あ、今度はもうちょっと俺のサポートにも対応してくれよな。レナやフィーのマニューバーのコピーばっかはやめとけ。俺の後ろはお前しかいないんだから。
業務連絡を口頭で伝えます。正式な書面は追って伝送されます。ユーピオ所属の搭乗員は本日付で無期限の待機命令。まあ簡単に言えばかなり雲行きが怪しくなってきたってこと。じゃあ。
Communication interrupted. Receiving emergency broadcast.
ただいま入りましたニュースをお伝えします。フェイスパーク地方においてかねてから緊張状態が続いていたゼネラルリソースとニューコムが交戦状態に突入した模様です。ニューコムからの公式発表によりますと、この攻撃はあくまでもゼネラルリソース側が行った違反行為への報復であるとのことです。この事態を受け、ユーピオのクラークソン代表は先ほど緊急会見を開き、治安維持部隊の現地への緊急派遣を発表。
Okay. So I did debate whether or not I might voice over some of the characters, but I can't read that fast, and I have a feeling it would end up mildly racist. Okay. I had a hard time not making fun of that whole general group thing. General group. Anyway, I'm trying not to be racist, so I will just avoid mentioning that. Stuff that crossed my mind while I was watching that. I'm not sure who I am. I know that there's General Group and Newcom, and I think I'm with UPEO. I don't know if they are part of one of those or a separate thing in of itself. Not sure why this Rena, I'm not sure why they have this young kind of anime girl as a pilot, but I guess they do. She's not well, but she's a really good pilot, I guess. Anyway, why don't we go through the settings and we will see what's going on between General Group and Newcom. They're having a bit of discontent with each other, I think, so I'm assuming maybe we're like a separate sort of peacekeeper thing. Okay, before any of that, we're going to have a look at the options, and then we're going to go into the mission. So, key config. We want normal. We don't want novice. Not because we're so good, but because I actually I find it easier. I remember in Ace Combat 1 and 2, if you choose the easy mode, it kind of clamps down all the controls, and I just find it harder to fly. We'll leave those as default. Custom. We should probably leave that. Okay. I can't be memorizing all the controls, so I'll just go along with those as I do it. Game config. So I assume that's all the previous stuff. Records. Okay. We can leave that. Archive. What is archive? General group. Her winds born anew, a new era of science. Let's have a quick look. Okay, that's just here for you in everyday life. General group. Yeah, this is clips we've seen, I assume. We'll go back. Search engine? Why would we need this? Here we have a few quirky extras. We have about this fan translation. Thank you for playing using this fan translation. This is a patch made for fans, by fans. Load Word Team, I think, was that their name? You are playing with the patch version 1. Check the README for additional information and our website, loadwordteam.com. Gotta give them a shout out here, because I wouldn't be able to play this otherwise. I'd have to play the European or American version, which is heavily cut back from what I know. Heavily cut back. That's why I'm playing this translated version. Remember, this is a non-profit effort. We do not accept any donations, and we do not endorse piracy. Oh, I would have her. Please do not ask for download links, and don't pay for pre-patched discs or repros. Anyway, the patch has been made possible by Azul Crepuscular, Dark Kudo, D-Factor, Ilducci, Infrid. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that one. I will go ahead anyway. Oriental Computer 1, Rive Up, Solid Snake 11, and Yargang Forgen. And a special thanks to Cosmo, Ortulant, Phoenix, and I'm just going to call that one Woo, I guess, for their contributions to this patch. And then we have... what are these? Is this just all about the characters? I'll take a quick look and then we'll get into the mission. Oh, it's kind of files, like Resident Evil almost. A huge conglomerate possessing massive capital that exceeds whole governments in scale, rooted in the center of every industry. With the advancement of capitalism, the economic marketplace globalized, and as a result of repeated corporate mergers, a few large-cap corporations steadily grew in size, forming massive conglomerates. Among these globalizing forces, one among them grew to become the largest of all multinational corporations, General Resource Group. With the appearance of global-scale giants like General Resource Group, the rule of law laid by national governments effectively lost all meaning, and the modern social order of enterprises holding authority and ruling land was established. So, kind of companies have taken over, I take it? Here we have Newcom. Originally focused on space exploration before expanding into and creating a monopoly in bleeding-edge fields such as neurocomputing and associative memory, biochemistry, worldwide-scale telecommunications, and nanotechnology. This enterprise rapidly expanded in size and scale until they grew into an organization on par with General Resource. Newcom is made up of 5 departments: the Information Research Department, Newcom Info, the Space Exploration Department, Newcom Space, the Life Sciences Research and Operations. You'll have to forgive me, I've had a bit of a cold, that's my excuse. Operations Department, Newcom Bio, the Telecommunications Research and Operations Department, Newcom Sphere, the Public Relations and Affairs Department, Newcom Publishing. Okay, so 2 very big companies that basically are above the law now. We also have UPEO. Why don't we find out who the we are? Because I think we're in UPEO. An abbreviation of Universal Peace Enforcement Organization. So I was right, it is a peacekeeping thing. Literally a peacekeeping organization under direct supervision of the Neo-United Nations. We're in the Neo-United Nations, okay. Maintains the armed force SARF to suppress the various conflicts that break out under their purview. UPEO was established by the Neo-United Nations to keep the peace on a worldwide scale, surpass divisions of race and a nation. However, in reality, the organization acted as little more than a pawn of General Resource until former USEA Confederation Congressman Gabriel W. Clarkson took up tenure. So we were just a pawn of General Resource, but then Congressman Gabriel W. Clarkson got involved. Ever since his rise to office in the year 2037, he has reaffirmed the organization's original directive, pacifism at heart, and established new policies accordingly to redefine UPEO's purpose to the world. My reading is a little bit off. Again, I have been ill over Christmas, and also I haven't actually recorded a playthrough for a long time now. But yeah, so we lost our way a bit, became a pawn of General Resource, General Group, but we're generally good now, I think. Connected. Shorthand used to refer to people who are neurally linked or connected to machines. The act of connecting a human brain to a computer through neural linking allows one to directly interface with and manipulate the system. So kind of like that Neuralink thing? A compound of electro, as in electric, and sphere, as in a sphere of particles. This word came as a result of the image of the virtual space in a computer network. The access of information available at each address in the network is comparable to physical space, and the network came to be called this by people who envisioned navigating that expanse to find their desired information. It's kind of like a flashy word for the internet, basically. I don't want this to go on forever, but we will have a little look at everything so we know what we're getting into here. And I guess I will leave some kind of time code on screen as well if you just want to see planes shooting each other. Data Swallow. The product name for an operating system released by General Resource. The system includes a browser capable of connecting to the Electrosphere to access a myriad of information. Yeah, the Electrosphere is just the internet. This is for standard operating system. So this is just, what, like Windows or whatever the Apple one is, I forget. And yeah, so that's an operating system. Ikaboom. I see their logo up in the corner. The name of an application used for looking up various terminology. So it's kind of like a search engine. On entering a keyword, it searches the Electrosphere. Okay, so really this is just that's just Google then. Okay. Silverstone syndrome. I'm assuming this is what the anime girl had. Refers to congenital E-exposure syndrome. As patients have no resistance to the E-rays contained in sunlight. Do they mean like UV? They must defend their bodies from the sun with protective clothing similar to spacesuits. As this disease was first reported by Dr. Antonio Silverstone, it is commonly called Silverstone syndrome. Meriton. An uninhabited region. Well, thankfully it's uninhabited because there's apparently conflict here between Newcom and General Resource. And it's just unceasing, the combat. Yeah, and they spy on each other and they attack each other. Terrible things. Sandbreed Desert. General Resource was building a geodesic dome. And now Newcom is, so I'm guessing they fought them off or something. There the anime girl is. Rina Hirose, or Hirose. I'm not going to pretend I know how to pronounce that. So she was born on the 27th of April, 2021. Afflicted with Silverstone syndrome, she joined General Resource, where her talent as a pilot was recognized in 2030. At 9 years old? Wait, so she was flying at 9 years old? I guess in the future they're very lax on what you can do at what age and so on. Apparently you can be a fighter pilot at 9 years old. She participated in the General Resource Limited Talent Development Project for 7 years. Known as a talking point among the mass media as the Genius Girl Pilot. Kind of girl boss in a way. Transferred to UPEO in 2037. She has received many medals for excellent performance as a pilot on special missions. Currently registered as an ace pilot for SARF, which was established in 2040. I forget what SARF is. Okay, we also have Fiona, who was born in 2016, received special pilot training by the age of 3. 3? Okay, now we've got 3-year-old pilots. By 22, she completed her postgraduate education in aeronautical engineering at Edwards University. A member of UPEO since 2039, she joined the newly formed SARF as a pilot in 2040. What is SARF? I'm sure we read that somewhere. And we have this kind of anime boy, I guess, Eric Yeager. He was born in 2016. He joined UPEO. He went to a university and so on. He is part of SARF, where he presently remains. Gilbert Park. He was born in 1992, so finally we're getting some older people here. He joined General Resource after graduating from Peijing University's economics program. After serving consecutively in critical positions throughout companies in the General Resource Group, he transferred to UPEO. I'm noticing a bit of a theme here. Everyone moves to UPEO. Anyway, he is dedicated to improving peacekeeping activities. He is the Commander-in-Chief of the Neo-United Nations. So that's quite a big thing to just throwing as a footnote. Oh, by the way, he's also the Commander-in-Chief of the Neo-United Nations. Wow, he looks old. Gabriel William Clarkson. similar kind of thing. He was born in 1984. He's a Neo-United Nations official. He was the congressman, wasn't he? Or the congressman, or whatever I called him. Anyway, he became the representative for UPEO in 2037, where he currently remains. General Broadcasting System, a privately owned sphere broadcasting station established by the General Resource Group in 2035, with a focus on entertainment programs such as drama, variety shows, and sports broadcasts. The station boasts a wide array of shows and dominates other stations in viewership ratings. NVS, and I guess these are others, Newcom Visual Server, similar kind of thing, but this is Newcom's version. EAPN, you can probably kind of tell what that is. Oh no, Euro-Asia Public Network. This is the USEA National Broadcast Station. Nanotechnology, nanotechnology is nanotechnology. Newcom began work on it, and they're loading programs into particles and all sorts of probably rather sinister things. They think it might replace nuclear power, so that could be good. Faith Park dispute. This is a dispute that broke out in the Faith Park region in 2040, incited by economic sanctions placed on Newcom by General Resource. A state of tension between General Resource and Newcom had been brewing since the latter half of the 2030s. I'm guessing and that was what led to them making their declaration of discontent with them. ITTC. It's a telegraph and telephone communications group. It was established as a USEA national thing, and it was privatized by General Resource, where it currently remains. Okay, I think we have been through enough of that. Why don't we actually play the game and fly the planes and all of that?
本日午前7時50分頃、ユーコムがゼネラルリソース側に対して大規模な軍事行動を開始した。我々ユーピオは両者の関係がこれ以上悪化することを避けるため、この行動を阻止すればならない。なお、ユーコム側が警告を無視した場合は実力行使もやむを得ない。諸君の働きに期待する。以上。
Okay, they expect great things from me. Not sure I'm gonna deliver them, but I'll try. What planes do we have here? MiG-33. So this is less armored. This is also heavier somehow, even though it's less armored. This seems to be just all round an upgrade from that, so I'm a little confused. I think I'm just gonna go with this then. Standard gun, missile. Can I have both? Yeah, I'd like both. Oh. Well. I'm awakening. Ooh. Am I Rena? I'm trying to remember to control some of the previous Ace Combat. And they seem similar. Okay, yeah, I'm getting ahead of it. There we go.
Bullseye.
Bullseye. Okay. Whoa.
Caution. Stall. Bullseye.
Okay, bullseye.
Bullseye.
Bullseye. I kind of missed a more excited chatter that you got in Ace Combat 1, and I think 2 had it as well. Where they'd be like, bullseye, yeah, woohoo, yay! And you'd have like, oh, bogey on my tail, bogey on my tail. This is just kind of bullseye. Ooh. I'm also trying to get the hand at the controls again, which is a little awkward, but yeah, there we go. Okay, bullseye. That might not connect because I'm kind of at an angle. Oh no, it did. Oh. Bullseye. Okay. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, the shaking. Okay, there my map is. Yeah, it's all coming back to me now. Somewhat, anyway. Some of it is coming back to me. There we go. Bullseye. Enemy reinforcements.
Update target.
Okay, there's someone over here. He's got some white squares of him as well. I'm not sure what those are. Maybe general enemies, and maybe like the red one's the big target. Not entirely sure. I'm gonna guess at that though. I think that missed. Ooh! Now that one was bullseye.
Mission accomplished.
I kind of wish we got the other planes now. Okay. Okay, it was a success. We got a performance rating of B, which is good enough for me. It's been a long time. I wasn't sure if that was going on forever or not. That replay bit, I think it was just looping around and around, and I didn't realize. I'll know to skip that next time. I guess I'm going to press any button. I want to get this to a save point and allow it to play any cutscenes that it wants. And it looks like it does.
ついに始まったわね。ニューコムの出方次第ではもうクラークソン代表の力ではどうしようもないことになるでしょう。ここで私たちユーピオの進化が問われるのは必死ね。そうそう、君前と違った動きしてたじゃない？いい感じだったよ。
Ah, I was pretty good. Thanks, Fiona.
あ、どうも。これはあなたに出す最初のメールになります。この戦いが続くのなら
きっとこれからはあなたと一緒に飛ぶことが増えるのかもしれない。今日のような飛び方なら見える敵をあなたが思うように叩けばいいと思う。それではまた。
Words of encouragement, very good. And this is the save point. I think I want that one. Checking, do not remove. I guess we'll go with number 1. Once I'm comfortable that there's no more cutscenes, I will see this thing out. Oh, what do we got here?
ニューコムとユーピオ間の対話に対してゼネラルリソース側からの反発が混乱の火種となることを危惧する声も多いようですが。
はい、ユーピオのクラークソン代表のような指導者は全時代的な政治家タイプと言えるでしょう。ゼネラルリソースによる有事や統一以降はですよ、経済の力が政治や司法を駆逐したこの時代で彼の行動は私にとっては時代錯誤としか言いようがない。
それではニューコムとゼネラルリソースの戦闘はこれからも避けられないと。
ええ、ただ私が言いたいのは。
あ、すいません、ここで CM です。
あ、いた。伝えておくことがあります。本日付でユーピオの治安維持活動についての指揮全権がパーク司令に一任されました。これからはユーピオ特別航空部隊サーフのメンバーとして常にレナと共同で行動することになります。まあ彼女のようなユーピオのスターと一緒なら中継も多くなるし、下手な失敗はできないってこと。
I have no leeway to screw up now. I am hanging around of a star like Rena. Anyway, it looks like we have finally reached a point where I can leave this off. If you enjoyed this, probably not, given I'm a bit rusty at recording these. But if you did, I will link the next one along in the end screen. Once I've uploaded this into the Electrosphere and done my editing and all of that. That will be coming up about now.